Check this.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Chaotic Strategies. If you guys are new to the channel, I'm Trav. I got Austin and Brandon. Sorry, I'm reversing the camera. They're back. We're doing another little friendly competition video this time around, just like we did in our Shock Duels video. If you guys have not checked that video out yet, I will leave a link down in the description. You guys can check that out. A lot of fun. We are planning on doing another one of those very, very soon. Too much fun. So, yeah. Today, we are going to be doing a little bit of modeling for you guys. And it's not the kind of modeling that you are thinking about. Oh, I'm too sexy. Yeah, no. Nobody wants to see that, especially with us three mooks. Nobody wants to see that kind of modeling. No, what we are doing today is, Austin here is a big Gunpla fan. And he got both Brandon and myself into this as well. So now we're kind of like diehards into the whole Gunpla scene now. So Brandon came up with the idea of, we have a modeling competition to see who can build a Gunpla the fastest. So we are using HG Gunplas. All three of us are using HG Gunplas. I cheated a little bit and my Gunpla ended up having less trees than these guys. So to make things a little bit more fair, I went ahead and got a base to add to my build to kind of add the time to even things out a little bit, so make things a little bit more fair. The kicker to this is that the loser has to eat one of those nitro gummy bears. If you guys don't know what the nitro gummy bear is, that is a gummy bear candy that is 9 million Scovilles, which is essentially 900 times hotter than a jalapeno pepper. So, I pity whoever has to eat that. I really hope it's not me, but I guess time will tell when we get into the build. So before we get into the build, we are going to show you guys our Gunplas, which Gunplas that we're using, and then we'll get right on into the video montage of the build, and I hope you guys enjoy. So let's take a look and see what each of us are building before we get set up into this competition. So my build is the Grimoire Gundam from the Orphan series. Pretty cool. This was going to be originally my first Gundam, but it's not. It's my second Gundam. So that's my build.
So I'm here with the Gundam Master Gold Frame Matsu Minya. I don't know, I'm probably butchering that, but yeah, this here as well as my second build, and we'll see how this goes.
I'm here with the Strike Freedom Gundam from Seed Destiny. This is about my 7th or 8th build, but I'm still pretty nervous going up against these two.
Alright everyone, moving into our Gundam build here. I got a time lapse of the entire competition. You know, it took almost 2 hours, you know, start to finish. Actually, I think it took over 2 hours start to finish because we did take some breaks in between. But right off the bat, that I didn't realize until actually going through and compiling all the footage, is that I had an issue with the camera that was right in front of me, so that's why you're not seeing a first-person view there. So at the very top right, we have Austin, in the middle is Brandon, and on the bottom was supposed to be me, but for whatever reason, my camera was not recording through the first half of this entire build. So just to show that we've got timers going, I kind of threw that down there. That's kind of how we kept track of everything. We had all three of our phones set up that you can see in the all-around view of all three of us building. We had 3 different phones, my phone, Brandon's phone, Austin's phone, all keeping track, and then whoever finished first, or as we finished, we'd stop the clock and take our phones, so that way we kind of knew where the time was as all this progressed. We did have a lot of issues with just running out of storage space with the cameras, you know, battery charging issues, so the quality is not the best, and I've apologize for that, but we're not professional filmmakers either. This was a learning experience, especially for me, making videos like this. This is the first big video that I've done where we've used so many cameras all at once. So I actually learned quite a bit as we went through this, and even now as I'm, you know, going through and editing everything and compiling everything together for you guys. It really opened my eyes to what some of these bigger YouTubers and what other guys actually, or other people in general, go through when making some of these videos. So I learned a lot, took in a lot of information. So moving forward, I have a better idea of how to kind of set everything up and get everything compiled properly, so it's not so sporadic. I'll be jumping in and out as the time lapse goes on, kind of explaining some things, where we kind of got hung up with some of our Gunplas. The music, I pulled all the music from different Gundam sources, so everything that you're going to be listening to besides my voice, obviously, comes from the Gundam anime. I don't have all the artists and everything, but I will post down in the description box the name of all the songs, so you guys can kind of go through and check everything out for yourself. So I don't own any of the rights to the music, just throwing that out there. That all comes from Bandai. And speaking of Bandai, these Gunplas are just absolutely amazing. The detail that goes into these, even for some of the lower levels like these HGs that we're building right now, just absolutely incredible. And the articulation and all the joints, the hands, elbows, knees, feet, all of it. You can set these up into so many different positions, and whether you want to do stop motion with them or you're just kind of showing them off, have them kind of scattered around in your showroom or whatever, you can set different poses for them. And it's just absolutely amazing how Bandai came up with these. And I know Gunplas have been around for quite some time, but Brandon and I just recently getting into these. We're used to building, model cars. Brandon does a lot of custom work with his models. He's been doing it for a solid 10 years or more, I think. So, but both of us were just very surprised when Austin got us into this at how detailed these models really are. It's fantastic. Jumping into the next segment here, finally got my camera working. So this is the first half hour, or going into the second half hour of the build. So got my camera working. You can kind of see, we got all of our nippers, which is a great tool to have. In order to speed things up, I kind of abandoned the nippers on mine, just because it was actually taking too long for me to just clip out simple parts and pieces. So I just opted just to snap them out real quick. Now you do have to be careful with that, because if you're not careful, there's a little piece protruding off of a part that you need. It's pretty easy to break that off. So that's where the nippers do come in handy. But as you just saw there, just kind of broke it off real quick. It actually helped speed up my building process by abandoning the nippers on most of the parts. Again, we weren't trying to really go clean, with a clean look on these. We're racing against the clock, we're racing against each other, so pretty much it was just a slap together and be done type of a deal. So I think on the next one that we do, which we do have planned to do another one in the near future, we'll take a little bit more time and go through and get everything cleaned up. You can see there Brandon on the far right, he even had an X-Acto knife where he was kind of cleaning up parts and pieces. So I think that slowed him down quite a bit. I think if Brandon would have abandoned the X-Acto knife portion of it, I think he would have got done a little bit faster. But still, you don't really have that choice sometimes if you get a little bit of plastic left over and it doesn't quite fit in right. Again, these models, they're just incredibly detailed. So, the cleaner the part, the better it's going to fit. I will say, as we went through this, when we first decided to do this whole competition, Austin already was sitting on a build that he was just kind of putting off just to keep for this competition. So Brandon and I actually just kind of ordered you know, whichever ones that we thought were cool, that we liked, that kind of caught our attention, without really thinking about, you know, how detailed the Gunpla was or how many trees were in there. And then after we all had our Gunplas together, you know, all three of us are in a group chat together, and Brandon asked us, hey, out of curiosity, how many trees does your Gunplas have? And so both Austin and Brandon's Gunplas had 6 trees, or 10 trees, and mine only had 6. So I already kind of had a leg up, like I said there at the beginning of the video. As you saw there, just a few seconds ago, Brandon had to scoot out of his chair. He dropped a couple parts, and that did set him back a little bit. So, you know, some of these pieces are so small, especially on Brandon's build. Brandon's gold frame Astra build, you know, when I was going back and looking through a lot of his trees, there were so many small, minute parts that was crazy to me. So I'm really surprised that he finished in the time that he did, which we'll see at the end of this video, because there are just so many little intricate pieces to his build. There's quite a bit in Austin's too, but even though they had around the same amount of trees, it's just Brandon's is by far, out of all three of ours, my favorite, just by the look, the coloration of the parts, the intricacy within the parts. It was quite impressive, you know, seeing all that within a model. And also, we also made it a point to not throw on any of the decals, so we kind of went through and just did that at home. So these technically aren't complete Gunplas because none of the decals are on them. But I'm an artist myself. I have a separate Instagram, you know, for all my art stuff. Brandon is too. Austin is too. So we like to kind of hold off on that stuff because we have plans of weathering out our Gunplas, you know, just kind of make them, some of them look kind of beat up like they've been in battle, stuff like that. So just kind of fun stuff that we like to do as a hobby, you know, kind of makes things a wee bit better. Okay, here we've switched positions again to Austin and Brandon. Brandon on the top, Austin on the bottom. And the reason why I did that is because I had completed my build at this point, including the base. So I had everything done up to this point. So, you know, kind of going back and forth again, had some camera issues going on here with them dying and running out of space. I just was not prepared as I thought I was. I thought I was way more prepared, and it turns out I really wasn't. So, but that's okay. Mistakes happen. There's a learning curve. I know what to do next time to bring you guys better content. Speaking of that, be sure to hit that subscribe button for me if you guys want to see more content like this. Make sure that notification bell is activated so that way you guys are always notified when I throw out new videos like this or anything else that we throw together. We will be doing another Shock Duels video as well. Like I said, if you want to check out our first Shock Duel video, I will leave a little card up here in the top right corner of your screen. You can click on that, it'll take you straight to the Shock Duel videos video where, you know, we get together, we play Yu-Gi-Oh, TCG, and whenever you take damage, we get hit with the shock collar. So, you know, fun stuff. We like to torture ourselves for our entertainment and for yours as well. Also, don't be afraid to comment and let me know. Like I said, we're not professional filmmakers. We're learning as we go here. So, you know, if you guys have any input at all of either video quality, you know, how to make it better, just tell me what you guys want to see, and we'll make it happen, because like I said, we do this not only for fun and our amusement, but we want to make sure that we're doing it for yours as well. So as you see, you kind of saw me walking around back there just trying to help the guys out by getting trees that are used up out of their way, just to kind of help speed along their duel. This is a rented space. I rent this space whenever we do these bigger competitions, so just trying to help kind of speed things along. I really didn't want to stop to charge cameras, so at this point I'm charging a camera while these ones are going, and then when one dies I'm just kind of swapping them back out. So a lot of footage did get lost, but that's okay. I still have a lot of footage for an outtake, so if you guys want to see all the outtake and just kind of the shenanigans that we talk about when we do stuff like this, let me know. I will gladly make an outtake video that you guys can see. There will be some language. We get kind of carried away with language when we know we're not going to be on film, so as long as everybody's kind of cool with that, I'll make an outtake video. It's pretty hilarious, some of the junk we talk about. So as you see there, Brandon, or Austin, sorry, down there on the bottom, his Gunpla's already upright standing. So it's getting down to the wire here. It's actually pretty crazy how close these guys finished together. It was awesome, a lot of fun. So as I was watching these guys, just kind of hanging out, watching them go together, obviously we got Austin there on the bottom. He's putting his wings together. His Gunpla's pretty much done. I was looking at Brandon, and he still had the body parts kind of laying around. I wasn't really sure what was going on. Then all of a sudden I just see him kind of snap everything together, and it was pretty awesome. And there you can see one of the tenants of where I rent the community space from, checking in on us, seeing what we were doing. I absolutely love everybody that lives around this area. It's really simple, really quiet. So, and they don't mind us coming up and renting this building because we're not getting carried away. We're not being stupid. We're just being nerds and recording content for you guys. So it's pretty awesome when they come in and they check on us to see what we're doing. It's pretty fun. I enjoy it. So you see here, it's extremely close. So when Brandon snapped all those pieces together, I mean, boom, he was caught up with Austin. I mean, right then and there. So Austin's still working on the wings. It looks like at this point, Brandon's working kind of like on the backpack portion of his. I guess it's really not a backpack, but that's kind of what we called it because that's what it looked like. So pretty much right down to the wire. I thought Brandon was much further behind Austin than I thought, but once he snapped all that together real quick, I was like, oh no, here we go. It's getting down to the wire. So we'll finish out the rest of this, and we'll get into who the loser was that got to eat that nitro gummy. So keep watching for that. That was absolutely hilarious, and this whole thing was just a ton of fun. So I hope you guys enjoy it. We got more planned. Let me know what you think, and we'll catch you at the end of the video. No, I lied. You're going to hear me one more time. Just because I had to kind of explain what's going on here. I was helping, getting the trees and stuff cleaned up, and I accidentally threw away a tree that Austin needed to finish up one of the guns, and that slowed him down quite a bit. It actually ended up being in the trash, so we had to go dig through the trash to get the last piece that we needed, totally by accident. But yeah, still, it happens. I was just trying to help, so learn my lesson there. Next time we wait till the competition's done before I start throwing stuff away.
Okay, that concludes our Gunpla build. There's our completed Gunplas there. I kind of got fancy with the frame, but had to make it fair somehow. So I finished at 1 hour 19 minutes. Austin finished at 1 hour 52 minutes and 32 seconds. And Brandon finished at 1 hour 52 minutes and 36 seconds. So 4-second difference between eating the nitro gummy and the non-nitro gummy. So we're gonna light Brandon up. Well, unfortunately, Brandon is the loser of this competition this time around, of our model building Gunpla competition. So, got our little nitro bear here. It's supposed to be 9 million Scoville, so 900 times hotter than a jalapeno pepper. And this is Brandon's prize for losing.
I already felt my stomach turning.
So we've got some milk here for Brandon, and we got some ice cream there in the freezer if it gets too unbearable. So if I can get this little thing opened up. Jeez. There it is, my. Yep, go just whenever you're ready, man.
Smells like a cinnamon bear.
That's it, yeah. It's just a regular cinnamon bear. Treat it like that.
Oh man.
It's already hitting. Oh, this isn't gonna be good.
It's really chewy.
Is it chewy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might want to open the trash can just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah, holy shit.
Oh. Oh man.
Oh, I swallowed.
Hey, if you can't swallow, man, don't swallow. There's a trash can. I'll leave that open.
Start chugging
Yeah,
milk.
man, there's the milk, dude. I mean, whatever you gotta do, man.
Oh my god.
Oh, my face hurts.
Oh, well, yeah, you're supposed to be able, can you go a full 5 minutes without relief? Yeah, no, failed that one too, so.
He made it about 30, 45 seconds.
Yeah, 30, 45 seconds, yeah.
It's getting worse.
It's a little bear that just won't quit.
How do you feel about taking a shock collar instead?
Like that.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. We got more videos like this planned in the very near future. Again, we have Shock Duels Round 2 coming up. As soon as we get some of our decks built, we use the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game for that. Hit that subscribe button if you guys want to support the channel so you can see more videos like this of us torturing ourselves. Check us out on TCG Player. Just go into the store, search Finder, search Chaotic Strategies. We got plenty of inventory there. Every card or anything that you buy that's in our inventory gets turned right back into the channel. Keep bringing you guys better content. While Brandon dies here, I hope you guys have a great day and stay away from that gummy bear.
Yeah.